the performance model is fantastic because everybody can understand the content of it. One part is the rational part with everything related to outcome result. And on the other side is the human part, which is the feedback people deserve when they deliver some kind of work, right? And in order to make this, to make sense of this, we come to an agreement and we set expectation. As I told you, setting expectation means that you sit down either with someone or with your team, okay, to come to an agreement and to bring clarity on what is it that you want as an outcome, okay? Oh, and you know what? Because it's super important to listen. And this is going to be, it's not a negotiation because the intent is not to negotiate. The intent is to be sure that everybody has the measurement, like you would have your Polar watch, you know, when you run and you want to understand how fast your heart is beating, you have the measurement on your wrist. Here is the same. Instead of having the measurement hidden in the head of the leader or of the project manager, the idea is we put the thing on the table and everybody knows exactly what is it that is expected. And we discuss about big thing like small thing, everything that counts, everything that matters, and for which clarity is super important. Okay? So when you set the expectation, you have to listen to what people are saying because maybe these people has never done the thing. It's the first time that they're doing it. So you cannot expect that they're going to do the work as if you were the one doing it, okay? So that's the reason why you need to hold some kind of conversation to better understand. And if you think that the conversation is a waste of time, actually, it's exactly the opposite. It's an investment. Because if you don't hold this conversation, maybe people will do the work hoping that whatever they do is excellent and being at the end frustrated because this is not what was expected. All right? So bear in mind that when you set the expectation, you have to be clear. Now, I know that you may say, but Dominique, nowadays, everything is changing every other day. So today you say that you have to deliver A, and then tomorrow, because of the situation, we have to deliver B. All right, then we set the expectation that we're going to be as agile as possible. We will not react emotionally. Okay, so we can come to an agreement that we agreed that we will not react emotionally together when we are together, for instance. Yeah? How are you going to measure that? That when we are in a meeting, we will not complain. Okay? So if we succeed in not complaining about the change again, then that will be excellent. Okay? If we start to complain, but for only 3 minutes, that's going to be okay. But it's not acceptable that we complain for more than half of the meeting. Is that okay? And can we agree on that? And then you have a settlement, which means that next time when you are in a meeting and somebody starts by complaining, what is it that you do? Time out. This is not the agreement we have. We know it sucks. Sorry for my vocabulary, but okay, we have to live with it. And we're going to put all these emotion in a box on a shelf, and we're going to do what we need to do. Yeah? So setting expectation upfront is super important. And coming to an agreement on how are we going to work together is also something super important that you need to talk with your team. Don't forget to set expectation and to come to an agreement on what would be okay, what would be excellent, and what would be not okay. And this thing can be on everything behavior, okay, or everything rational. All right? And now it depends on the kind of work you're doing, but you can say to someone who has a tendency to get nervous or to panic often, saying that, okay, tell me what you need in order not to get panicked all the time. And if you succeed in remaining calm each time we're in a meeting, for me, it will be excellent. If you lose your temper, it's not acceptable because this has an impact on the whole team. It's not good for me. It's not good for you. It's not good for the team. Okay. So understand that that's not acceptable. So do whatever it takes to get rid of your emotion before coming to the meeting, like running, like screaming in a cushion. Do whatever you want. But when you are with us, because the situation is already so complicated, behave. Yeah? They can count on you? All right. And then you have agreed on the behavior. So you can use the model. You can set expectation on everything. It's not something you do at the beginning of the project and then you check out at the end of the project. It is something that you use all the time. And again, of course, the bosses, I call you bosses, the bosses can set expectation, but your team members, they also can ask and set expectation with you. Okay, they may say like, okay, for me, in order to work well, I need to talk to you once a day. Is that possible? For only 10 minutes, but I just need to be reassured and I'd like to be able to talk to you once a day. If we can do that, for me, it will be excellent. I can understand that you've been so busy. If we talk every other day, it would be okay. But if you wait more than 3 days to talk to me, I'm afraid I'm going to be in trouble because there are so many things that is happening right now. So can we agree on the fact that I'd love you to spare some time for me, 10 minutes every day, if that's possible, or at least every other day. Okay? And of course, as a team member, you have set the expectation. That's also possible. Use the tool. Take the time to come to an agreement on the expectation because that's going to ease your life.